So good morning, y'all.
He's like, he's beside me. Every time he like lifts something up, I'm like, muscles crack.
Hey, the boys.
And then you look around,
Doesn't want.
he's like, the poison. Who's goes poison? No, who's goes poison?
Good morning. Pretty mortician. Hey, good morning. Good morning, y'all. Oh God. The real, I'm just saying. Hey, I was talking to y'all yesterday. I was watching Rico's live, and I was in the bushes. And it's amazing. It's just really, and it's awkward, unsettling even, when I watch his lives, some of his videos, and I see the supporters, his subscribers in there, and what they're co-signing to. Rico showed his driver's license. He showed his full driver's license. Rico always say, I'm keeping it real. And you know what? Let me say this. I think Rico is a fun person. I think that he still has a lot to learn, and he just have to experience this. He has to have his own experiences, because Rico may be one of those type of people that don't learn until it's happened to him, and he has to learn from his missteps. Hey, just one and only, sweet merciful. What's up, absolute bro? What's going on? Just want to normally what's the deal though. But Rico comes into the chat. You got Miss Pizarro, I think it was Carrie Cecil, some other people. This trans woman, I think, called, I forgot her name, but she was in a bunk bed. So I'm thinking she was probably like about 15 or 16 at home. But I was watching that, and Rico, Red Light Riri falls into the chat and is like, because Rico was talking, and I guess he had expressed his views on things that were going on, and he didn't agree with them. I'm not for certain what it was, but hey, real mamas, real problems. Number one caller, what's up, number one caller? But I saw people in the chat, and they were trying to definitely guide Rico away from having a confrontation with Rick. And they were like, he doesn't mean that. That's not the real Rick. That's not this. They just making all these excuses, but you could tell by how he typed that was Rick. And he was like, yeah, to just keep it on the real. Or it was like he was very threatening to Rico. Now you're on his page, and these people in them telling you, it's like, are y'all really that freaking weak that y'all are sitting up to protect Rico, because you don't want him and Rick to get into it? No, I'm gonna tell you what the base of it is. They're a bunch of weak people, and they know that they only have strength in numbers. So therefore, let's not deplete our numbers. Let's make sure we stay strong so we can go against them. Let's make sure, we can't have any division. But baby, there's been clearly division. Tracy's so scared. Tracy's a straight up coward when it comes to dealing with people like Deanna and Rick, Red Light Riri, Kwani. She's a coward. It's like you're so afraid to go against them, and it's evident, sis. You're afraid of them. But you have Miss Bizarre, y'all need to talk offline. Y'all need to talk offline. And I'm like, so y'all are not seeing Rick. Rick is trying to start a beef with Rico. He's purposely trying to get a rise out of Rico. And y'all are sitting up there like a bunch of spouses explaining why your husband beat on you. That to me is the craziest mess. No, he don't mean it. Y'all, he just playing. He just, that's Rick being Rick, and Rico's just being Rico. But it's like he's coming on here clearly saying, yeah, you wasn't about all that. When you saw me in front of me, you didn't say this, and he knew things that no person would. How the person was typing, you clearly knew it was Rick Reed. So why don't y'all just sit back and let the cards fall where they may? Because you do, when you formed. I knew Rico going there to chill with ZT and Red Light Riri, that wasn't going to be something that came out in his favor. It just wasn't going to come out favorably. ZT did stuff for Rico, so he held it over his hand like, you're a little vagabond. You need me. I bought you. And Rico put egg on his face when he gave him the $500 back. Now, then, you have Rick wanting to insert himself, and Rick is jumping on he's jumping on any platform that's giving him attention. It's like one of those people that's so miserable in his life, and he was calling he came in here defending. Now, the purpose for bringing Rick over here, that's why I say be careful what you ask for. Y'all was shouting ZT out, come back ZT, we want you back. Rick Reed was coming into the sector to get all the gay men in line. But how did either one of those work out? You know what I'm saying? Like, be careful of the alliances you form with people, because if they're about crap, they're going to turn on you eventually. Rick came on here with the idea that, people had the idea that he was going to come on and get, again, all the gay men in check. But when you look up, he's talking about Rita's son being touched on, and calling women all kinds of B's and H's. But this is the great hope for the sector to get men in check. And then he came over here. He said the worst things out of anyone besides Zero Balance. So calling Zero out was almost like you did some type of a seance with a keyboard and called the demon back. That's just like Kwani leaving and people saying, Kwani, come back. We want you to dox people. Kwani, come back. Kwani, we miss you. Being just the jumble of, mind fucks that you are. Hey, TC, good morning. But why do we embrace that? Why do we sit back and think that's cute? Rico clearly needs someone to deride, and he's not a kid. I'm not going to sit up and make it like Rico's a little, he's an innocent little babe that you have to coddle and be like, this is what you do right. Rico's 30. What you did at 30 is not cute at what you did at 20 is not cute at 30. So if you're a friend to Rico, you need to really pull him to the side and say, dude, you're doing too much. Rico has an unblind loyalty to people. And Rico, let me tell you something. You were defending, you kept saying Rick is cute, and you have a thing for Rick. But run while you can, Rico. Run for the freaking hills while you can. Run, teleport, fly. Just do it. Pull a lever for a trap door. Do whatever you need to get the hell away from him. And ZT, those types of people. And you said Rick was cute. And I was like, okay, well, everyone has a type. He's cute, but what you think. But also, let's not forget, Rico thought that Wally was cute. There was probably different things that he liked about each one, but Rick is sitting up there, he looked like Tracy. They both got the gout in their faces. But angry Rick Reed and Tracy are just two angry people, angry at the cards that they were dealt in life. One of those self-hating gay people that Riri is, much like ZT. You're sitting up. You always got something negative to say about gay people. You're not passable, ZT. You're one of those gay people that you're a stereotypical type of gay person. A shit starter, always trying to do the most with the least. I worked at St. Luke's before, like Jay Wilson was saying. I worked at St. Luke's maybe 50, 20 years ago. So me working at St. Luke's, I knew I was laughing because they do have good benefits and the hospital's exceptional. But I have since long, went to other departments since then, two departments, transferring and to another hospital. But I'm like, and with Rico's undying loyalty to Tree Dog, the thing is, Rico, understand that woman doesn't have your best interests at heart. And you say you're awake to things, you need to be fully awake because how you defend Tracy, what did she say when Kwani was talking about your status and coming at you? What did she say when somebody come at you, Rico? You can hear tumbleweeds blowing because she says nothing. Meanwhile, I love Tracy. That's my Tracy. I love Tracy. And that's just, point blank period. I'ma always love Tracy. But you do know, Rico, that's one-sided. It's very one-sided. She's using you. Dude, she is using you. You could die today or tomorrow. Tracy will go on. Just remember, everyone she said was her boo, her baby. She loved them. Her boo, her baby. She loved Joyce. She loved Sean. She loved Jay Wilson. She loved Fabe. She loved Shrimpine. She loved Seven Stars. She loved, did I say Johnny Mac? She loved Mystery Van. She loved all these people was her boos, and she had these annoying nicknames for some. But all these boos and her loves, and she'd never fall out. Her and Jay Wilson were never gonna fall out. Her and Fabe were never gonna fall out. Joycey Poo. And what's the man name? The religious guru that I said just now, Johnny Mac. Johnny Mac was her spiritual advisor. He was the real deal. Now she goes from saying he's the real deal till he swallows Similac, if you get my drift. And she did say Similac. Now, if she's doing all this, do you not have any warning bells going off? No warning bells. Oh my God, it's okay. Like, if they really blocked the freeway off again. There's a lot of construction going on here, and I'm not paying to park in the garage today. I'm parking in the parking lot. But I told you guys, just it's sad. It saddens me to see Rico exploited like that. But Rico also have to be held accountable for it because he's the architect of his own design. These people you keep around you, Rico, are cancerous. Let them go. To live, you have to let them go. They're going to cheer you on drinking. And Rico, has disclosed what his status is. And, people are saying that Rico's undetectable, this and that. And if that's the case, that's good because I know people that are like that. But this is the thing. Rico drinks a lot. And if he's on that type of a medication and drinking like he does, it has a counter effect that makes your medications become it's like you're popping Tylenol or something. Your body is not going to have the immunity that it should have because you're drinking, lowering your immune defenses. So it's almost like you're shooting yourself in the foot constantly. And people that love you, that at least say that on YouTube, should really just pull you to the side. People that you may listen to, these same people that say they love you, and you're their baby, that's my baby, you'll always be their little sweetness, that you're an angel to them. But hey, Lindsay. It does make meds obsolete. You're right, absolute. Because you're sitting there, you're doing all this drinking, I knew someone years ago that was on that type of medication, and he drank so much. When you start seeing his body ultimately just start not reacting to the medication, so he started looking more emaciated and just until he was just a stumbling person that looked like he was from a third world country. He didn't live too much longer after that. So, just, and I say this as a person that never met Rico, never talked to him behind the scenes or anything, just an observer. Cut your ties with some of those people, Rico. Cut your ties. Because that Louisiana tree shrew that you look at as a big sister, her with the weak jawline, the bloodhound type of face, you need to just really cut her loose. Stop it. Run. And the thing is, Rico, but let me say this, Rico, from what I've seen in pictures, he's always been a slender person. He's always been pretty, small. But that also gives him less of a comeback if his body starts not reacting. Small frame like that, if your body doesn't have anything to absorb that, you don't have the muscle mass or the fat on your frame for your body to give some type of a, cushioning or some type of a barrier. And I think that you're sitting up and it's just really like, wow, y'all are really sitting up and y'all are not saying anything to this man. You're really sitting up co-signing some of this stuff. Rico showing his ID, his driver's license. He just, you got Tracy following in the chat, and I just look at her and just shake my head because you're just a waste of human flesh. It's people like you that are those instigators that have no love for anyone. Whatever people did to you and your mother, that was wrong. VS was out of line for posting pictures of your mother, and I always say that. But for you to make excuses and make a comment like, if they did it to your mother, it's okay for people to do it to mine. So, because you've been victimized, it's okay for you to become that person to someone else, because people did it to you that weren't about anything. So you're going to do that just because it was done to you. Makes no sense. And again, I wouldn't have an issue. You could post my mother, because I know who my mother was. And I wasn't that gay person that was shunned by my family, or that gay person that felt no love from anyone. That's not my ministry. I have gay people in my family, close family members, siblings. So what you're saying, just that doesn't work on me. You started praying for him? Yeah, the pretty mortician. Oh, it's like when you're sitting up there, Rico, just open your eyes. You should learn from some past mistakes you've made. Don't keep repeating them and expecting a different outcome. That whole thing, that fiasco with in DC, that whole Wally thing, learn from that. You just can't keep bumping your head and expecting a different something to come differently out of it. You need to get away from those types of people. Like, again, get people that are gonna uplift you and not support some of that stuff that you do. For that woman to sit over there and put your video, stream your video while you're going through everything, she was using you for coinage. But she loves you. There you go, run again. She's just, that woman doesn't love you like that. She likes you because of what you could bring to her, for as far as, getting her some attention when she's, using you for content. If you were to have an overdose on camera, she would put that down for content. If you set up and you got blood, poisoning from drinking so much alcohol, she would sit back and stream you already. But you sitting up to saying, I don't care what nobody say, I love Tracy. But again, she's not saying, she says that for you, but where was all that love she had for you when Kwani was coming at you? Where was it, Rico? Because if someone would have done her if they would have been roasting her like that, you would have came to her defense. You would have came to her defense. And that's just, it saddens me again that you can't see that. He wants to be loved so much, and everyone should experience that. And I, commend anyone that can have a successful relationship. I have people in my family that are, what are you doing? People in my family that are LGBTQI, but they've been in long-term relationships, 8+ years, and this is a few people. So, I don't. I'm almost at the parking lot. But that's crazy. Just Rico, just do better, and this is not, you and I have never had any issues or anything. Just like, you were telling Rick, Rick, this is not a beef. You were telling people, we don't have a beef. We don't have a beef. We don't. But Rick was coming in there. He kept trying to incite you into a beef. Well, I'm coming in here and I'm going to put you in check. And those idiots over there that subscribe, your supporters, Rico, again, are sitting up. He doesn't mean it. Y'all talk it out. Just, why are y'all fighting? Why are y'all doing this? Why are y'all doing it? Because it's Rick Reed. He has so much respect for Sean, and you see how that's worked out. Do you think Rico's any different? He liked Heidi, but look at how he's talking about her kid now. So you mothers over there, the mothers over there, I look at y'all really with a side eye because y'all are just pathetic. Y'all are pathetic. Any mother that supports Rick Reed is pathetic. You know this man has said some of the most vile things about children. And you know what? Just ask yourself, if it's a 4-way stop, are you going to sit there like an idiot? The light is out. Now, usually we have to yield to them, but if it's a 4-way stop, you wait till the next person goes. Stop being such. Oh God, they make me go limp when they act like that. But I think that Rick is no loyalty. He's a clout chaser. He wants his channel to grow from beefing. He's gonna jump on any bandwagon he can, find. He's like a rat, just finding some type of a shelter on a ship until it starts to sink and he tries to grab on a piece of driftwood. But everybody's ugly. Everybody's this. Everybody's that. Yeah, especially if they're dark skinned, Rick. I'm sure you don't like dark skinned people. I'm willing to bet you don't. Especially women. What y'all saying? You do the real, I'm just saying. Hey, God is love. Listen, I'm going in for about a few hours a day and I'm getting up out of there. Yeah, the real, I'm just saying. Because this man has said some of the most disgusting things, but you think and you're making excuses for him? It's almost like a wife, husband that's beat on her. She's like, well, he had a bad day at work today. It's not his fault. Y'all aren't strong people. You're weak. And you want numbers to be your protector. You're strong in numbers. None of you are standalone type of people. It clearly you go after people like a pack of wild dogs. Stand on your own. Teresa, you need people. And those others up under you that fall in line, you know, it's crazy. So again, Shrimpine is the latest person to defect. I don't know if she dug a tunnel and escaped, But again, some of these people, I don't care if they've emancipated themselves from Teresa. You need to still give them a side eye because they were co-signing that stuff until they fell out with her. Always remember that they co-signed things that she was doing until it came to a head with her and them. And again, y'all, let me get out of here. I'm here parked and it's not raining right now. I can hear the raindrops. Good thing I got my umbrellas in here. Um, the gentleman's panel tonight will be on the official King Payne's platform. Come out, give your support, guys. Um, and again, I know some of y'all may not like Jay. You feel a certain kind of way about Jay Wilson. That's your prerogative. Um, I don't. Me and Jay are cool. We're good. But when we have the show on our platforms, if you support the person, so come and support the person because it's on our platforms. We're not under one umbrella. And I say that to say people always, they got things to say about the gentleman's panel, but it's not one person. Now, you're free to support who you want to, but again, we're not in high school. Okay, Patrice, and the woman got away from her. She's just what? That's like 10 people. 10 people. Okay, but guys, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for coming through and checking me out. Much love to you, moderators. Yeah, much love for y'all. Uh, Again, and y'all go check out my video with the show tunes when I was doing my parodies of Duchess Kelly Love. Duchess when he be singing and he's singing that falsetto, and it's so funny to me. That's the type of roasting and gagging we should be doing. All this other underlying nasty stuff, that's not cool. But hey, Janice James, I'm out of here. Uh, Thank you. Salute you also, Abso. And y'all have a good one.